Hi there. I just wanted to take a quick video so you could see around the Toyota Avensis I have for sale in case you're interested and want to place a bid. So, here's the car, obviously. We'll start off with the alloy wheels, because they're always something that people ask. So, as we can see, the alloys are all in pretty good condition. There are just a few scuffs, tiny scuffs around the edges, no big chips on any of the alloys. So, we'll whiz around those very quickly and get a good look at those. Okay, so there we go. Oh yeah, the back ones are in better condition than the fronts, but the front ones certainly aren't in bad nick. So there we go. Okay, while we're on the front discs and pads have been replaced. They are brand new. They've done about 500 miles this week. The back ones haven't been replaced by myself, but they look to be in okay condition. The discs are a little worn. I'm sure the pads are a little worn. I can't get a good picture, but having a quick feel around, there's perhaps, I don't know, maybe quarter or half a pad left. So a bit of time yet before they need replacing. The tyres are all above the marker, somewhere between 2 and 3 millimetres left. So you've got some time on those, but I'm aware that they're certainly not brand new and they will need replacing sometime in the near future. There are a few scuffs around the car, mainly on the passenger side really. So there's a mark here, just near the light, and there's a mark above the light. There, if you can see that. And we'll go down the side of the car. There's a small, again, a scuff. It's not a scratch, it should buff out. All of those should buff out. There is a small stone chip or chip from where the previous owners opened the door on a wall, maybe, I'm not sure. It's just gone a little bit rusty. That needs just a bit of touch-up paint in it, maybe some rust stop. Quite a quick fix. There's a couple of other marks on the back passenger door. There's one there that's been touched up. Big one is here, not very deep. It has gone through the top layer of paint, but again, it might, luckily it might buff out. But bear this in mind, obviously. As I go down the front of the car a little, there is another mark just here, not gone through the paint by the feel of it. It should buff out. There are a few small little dings in the side of the car, little dents. Nothing major, you can't see them really unless you're looking for them. So we can see one just here. You can just see that in the light. And I think, I can't spot it, but I think there's another one somewhere on the side of the car. Maybe you can see it, or maybe not. The windscreen's recently been replaced. It had a stone chip that cracked, so it's got a brand new windscreen. The pillars all look okay, so they should be fine. One thing I did notice the other day is that there's a stone chip, again, just here. So a bit of, again, rust stop and the same touch-up paint for the other side there. Should do the job nicely. I'll have a quick look down this side. I'm not seeing, I can't see any dents in the side of the car. It's a bit mucky, it's that Saharan sand that we've been told all about. There's a tiny, tiny little mark there. Don't know if you can see that, just there. As I look down, that's just a bit of muck. That'll wash off. I can't see, obviously, anything else. All the windows are in good order, thankfully. So that's the exterior of the car, looking quite good. So we just so you know, just so we can say that we've had a look, there are a few marks, a little bit of a mark there at the back. Obviously it's an estate, it's had stuff in and out of it, so there's a few marks around, nothing too obvious, and that's what that strip's there for. So just have a look in the boot. So now we have the boot. A quick look through. So there we go, there's a few marks here. Again, it's been loaded and unloaded. The one thing on the seats, I've not seen any other marks on the seats anywhere, but just here, I can just get in. There's a little bit frayed there and here. Looks like someone's pushed something over the seats when they've been down. And again, a little bit marked there. It looks like someone might have tried to fit a piano in the boot. So, there we go. Okay. So I'll come around this side, down to the passenger side. You can see the interior. Had it valeted last week. I'll get it a good clean before the car's sold. So the seats look in good order. It's just a bit of dirt there. Okay, have a look in the passenger side. There's no rips or tears in the seats themselves. They're all in fine fettle. Electric seats as well. They're not heated, but then again, they're not full leather either. I'll just have a quick look in the glove box. So the manuals for the car, the locking wheel nut, etc., all in the glove box. So there's the driver's side back seat. Again, no rips, no marks. Looks all in good order. All the service history is in this book, and I'll post that on the auction so you can see the details. I do have the V5. I know a lot of people try and sell cars without them. I do have the V5. It's in my name, and hopefully you can see former keepers too. One of those former keepers was a good friend of mine who I bought the car from. He kept it well looked after. I've kept it well looked after. So that's all good. So we'll just take a seat inside. We'll just show you the seat just to make sure you're fully covered. So seat's in fine fettle. Again, no rips, no marks, no tears. I'll give it a quick clean before it's sold. So the interior, all this is intact. There's no screws, no holes. Everything's okay. The Bluetooth controller for the phone, I just need to stick that back on. It just sits there. That'll be stuck on before the car goes. The ashtray and the lighter don't get used. I'm using an e-cig, so that's good. And then we have the built-in sat-nav, which is all working absolutely fine. Everything's good. I'll start that up in a sec. So one of the faults the car has is it needs a new ABS control module. We'll just turn it on. The ABS itself actually works fine. So as it comes on, the ABS light comes on, the ABS light goes off.
Operation heightened speculation.
So that's all good. We'll start it up. You'll see when it starts, the traction control and the vehicle stability control, both warning lights come on. This is due to a fault with the existing ABS control module. It basically has a damaged connector. As I've said in the advert, the repair for that is to replace the control module itself, which I've already done. Sorry, I already have the control module, but it needs to be programmed by Toyota at a cost of up to £100. It could be as little as £50, I'm told, but it could be up to £100. It has an electric mirror. It's hard to see, sorry, that's not much good, but it has an electric dimming mirror, electric windows, electric mirrors, etc, etc, everything, all the good stuff. It's all top spec, cruise control, etc, etc. So I'll just start the car again. A common problem with these is that the cars can smoke quite a lot. They can use a lot of oil. Previously this car had that problem, but the engine was replaced approximately 10,000 miles ago, less than 10,000 miles ago. The car's now got, if it can focus, which it can't, it's now got 95,940 miles on it. That will go up a little bit before the car's sold because I'm using it daily. So yeah, it's in good order. We'll just rev the car. There's no smoke whatsoever. It's running brilliantly since it's had the new engine installed by Toyota. Can't really show you the exhaust. But no soot build up. Everything's absolutely fine. So, there we go. So the one last thing to mention is, as I've said in the auction, I believe it needs a new track rod end on the passenger side, just behind here. When the car is driven forward or backwards, it sounds like this wheel is moving and there's a clicking noise comes from the passenger wheel well. It's not obvious, it doesn't do it when pushing the car forward or backwards on the wheel. Obviously the handbrake's on now, but there's a clicking noise when you pull away. I have been told this might be a CV joint, but I've been to see a mechanic, a friend of mine who actually teaches mechanics at the college where I work, and he's said that he believes it's the track rod end. It's not perished, it's not too warm, but it is clicking. So I've purchased a new track rod end and was going to put it on, but then decided to sell the car. So there we go, that's the car. If you've got any other questions, please feel free to ask them.